What's going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Welcome Texas Podcast. Thank you for all the new subscribers, all the day ones, all the likes, all the comments, all the feedback. It's truly, grateful, thankful, and truly appreciated for everybody that's been rocking with me. Thank y'all so much. We're just gonna do a little quick live, see who jumps on. I think Young Blood's off today. What's going on, Green Goblin? I'm gonna drop the link here in a little bit. What's going on, Beaumont, Texas? What's going on, True Seeker? What's up, Ronnie? Here in a little bit, I'm gonna drop the link for a Young Blood to get on. He wanted to kick it with y'all for a little bit. Said he had his day off. What up? What up, Derek Mitchell? Yes, he has, Cornelius. It's his own doing. And Danteus too. He knew what he was doing. He should have he should have did a little bit better due diligence. Yeah, I kind of, now I don't know if y'all watch Tonka Boy's video. Shout out to Tonka Boy. Uh, he tried to do some kind of damage control on Dante's name. He tried to make it seem like it was all about money. We all knew it was about money. We knew that, but it just didn't go the way he wanted it to go. It was always about money. It was always about money. He wanted to come out. He don't want people to be striking that zombie channel because he's just waiting for the perfect time to do a reload. He wants to upload all those videos at a specific time. He thinks he's a genius. I can see his play. Those videos don't take nothing but a few seconds to upload. He's just out in the shadows lurking. He's out there lurking. So he thinks I'm a. Let me go ahead. In a few minutes, I'm about to drop that link. I'm just outside doing a few things real quick. No, Dante does the same thing. All right. Let's get it how it worked out, how he did the play. That small channel which was Big Nooney's channel first. The channel that Mark was using was Big Nooney's, right? Dante passed it off to Big Nooney. Once Mark came around and he thought Mark was going to blow up, Dante had another channel already with like 40,000 subscribers. It was basically like on standstill, waiting for content to start getting monetized, whatever. So once Mark came into play, he passed off that other small channel, which is now the zombie channel. He passed that off to Mark, and he passed Big Nooney the 40,000 subscriber one. So all those channels are just basically Dante's. Whoever's running those channels, whoever's I guess hosting them or co-hosting them, they're getting a percentage. He just doesn't want those channels to be taken down. What's going on, Goldie? I'm about to hit the link for Young Blood to get in. I'm about to go inside real quick. I'm just doing a few things. Yeah, I think I did, Goldie. Let me go check. Yeah, he's out there, man. He's just out there lurking. Yeah, there's a lot of them, man. There's even a new one. There's a white guy. I think he's from Indiana. He's trying to promote all kinds of channels, man. It's almost like like a pyramid scheme. And I don't know, man. You can't just be doing everything for money, because you don't know who you're promoting. You don't know who you're signing off, who you co-signing. You can't just be really doing that for money. He just went a little bit overboard, a little bit too overboard. Now his only lifeline is these fake, fictitious characters. I'm not saying there ain't no Dave Simmons. Hey, there probably is a Dave Simmons, but he ain't over here. And I'm still waiting for any kind of paperwork or any kind of picture or message or nothing. But then again, you can see that he hopped on that live and he just wanted to hear voices. He's trying to paint he's trying to put a face to the voice. He recognized that other dude, that Birmingham. He recognized that he had already interacted with him in previous live chats. So then he started trying to accuse Youngblood about being this Dave Simmons, and then he goes back accusing Brick. He was just going back and forth. He was just fishing, and I'm still waiting. There's no paper, no Dave Simmons, Richard Simmons. Yeah, you can see that Mark had 2,000 subscribers, and in a matter of days, 1,000 plus subscribers were added. But all those are bot subscribers. They're bot. They're like the robots. Plus, he purchased them off a website. I mean, it makes no sense because at the end of the day, what's the point of having fake subscribers that they're not even going to watch it? But I guess people. It's like people buy friends on Facebook, and I guess the more friends you have is, I guess the more popular you are. I guess I don't know. I mean I'm gonna tell you like this. I honestly thought that dude was cool. I thought the person that he portrayed himself on the internet. I thought he was a pretty cool dude. I said, oh man, maybe that dude's cool. Maybe he can show me how to maneuver these YouTube streets. But then the more and more I got to see him, I said, oh man, this guy, he wants flunkies around him. He likes flunkies. He likes people he can manipulate and tell what to do. And I'm not one of those. So right away, after the first conversations that I had with him, I already knew that, it wasn't something that I was going to be interested in. And also, I wanted the truth. I wasn't on here trying to make no pennies to try to spin any kind of narrative. So if I would have joined up with them, he would have spent any kind of narrative, and Mark would be the superhero right now. Mark would be the superhero. If I would have said, "Yeah, man, give me those $300, where do I sign? Where do I sign my integrity and my morals for $300?" Well, tell me, man, like, where do I sell my soul, my integrity? Is this something that I'm gonna support? That I'm gonna stand behind? Like, I don't know, man. But there's that saying, you're only as strong as your weakest link. And you can see all his links that he's around with. He's the strongest one. And if he's the strongest one, man, that's one weak link chain. It's gonna bust any minute from every angle. So just be yourself, man. There's nothing wrong with being yourself. There's that's what I've always lived by, man. Just be yourself, man. If people are gonna like you, some are not. But at the end of the day, you are who you are, and you can't change for nobody. So if they don't like who you are, then they're not meant for you to be associated with. We live in a world where there's millions and millions of people. It's like that saying when you break up in a relationship. Hey man, there's a lot of plenty of fish out there in the sea. Same thing with the friend relationship, man. If you want to look for a friend, hey, there's plenty of friends out there. If that's what you're looking for. And they try to they try to act like they try to do damage control on Dante's image, but nobody told him to support those type of characters. I mean, he had something going for himself. I mean, he still, I don't know, man. He's losing a lot of credibility as we go. Because every day somebody watches these videos and they're like, "Oh man, we always knew that guy was full of it." And it's I kind of feel bad, because at the end of the day, nobody as a man gets joy or pleasure from another person's demise. It's like it's not good. It's not good to be wishing hatred or hopefully bad wishes upon him now, man. But sometimes you gotta learn from your mistakes and take something from it. Learn how to lose and learn from it instead of being right when you're wrong. Face the music, move on, learn from your mistakes, call it a day. But you continue to spin narrative after narrative. David Simmons, Rich Simmons, all for what? I can just imagine if I would have said, "Yeah, man, let me sign where we're at." All these lies that he said. I asked him for a job, like making me look like I'm some kind of bum looking for a handout. I would have been a bum if I would have signed that. Yeah, he would have been right. I would have been a bum if I would have signed that contract. Oh, now here, I can give you this. You can get on my lives and do super chats, and whatever you get from the super chats, that's yours. I'm like, man, I'm not doing it for that, man. I want to know if that guy was doing it or not. I don't care if you give me this or that. No, no, come on, man. Come over here on this team. I already got everything down. I'm working on two Tubi movies. I'm working on NBC. I'm working on this. Man, he making himself like he's some big old production company professional. But I'm like, oh no, man, that sounds too good to be true. And usually when stuff is too good to be true, it usually is. But I try to give the dude the benefit of the doubt, man. I'm, I kind of liked him from the first conversation that I had, but then after a while, after he tried to try to control the narrative and contradict, like always with the demeanor tone, like condescending, like uh demanding, like almost like if I'm his minion or underling, I'm like, no, 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 we're not gonna be talking like that, man. And his voice is he always wants to overtalk and scream and holler and do that. Like that day that he was on that live that day. I'm like, say, bro, why can't you just call me like a man? Get off the live. Why do we gotta be like females on the live going back and forth? You got my number. I got your number. But now he wants to get on live, disrespect my mom, people that ain't even got nothing to do with this shit. Nothing to do with it. My kids, my wife, my grandkids ain't got nothing to do with it. I came at this by myself. I didn't put nobody behind me and say, hey, I'm with this organization, I'm with that organization. They're standing behind me. Not like Mark did. Mark put a stain on that organization. You know, I didn't even come out here and say, hey, I got this people behind me. No, no, I came out as Noel. I didn't come out here and puffing my chest. I found Hips. Hips told me what Mark did, and I presented it to y'all. That's it. Once I did that, he couldn't control the narrative. That's when he started putting my family's life in danger, basically, accusing me of this and that. And I'm like, I'm too busy over here defending myself from 20, 30 something of your clowns you got. And then you're accusing me to be a double agent. Like I'm this blue Blanco. He knows I'm not this blue Blanco. But then again, I had to pay, I had to pay the price. He couldn't get to Blue Blanco. So what he tried to do? Bully me, put my family in danger. For what? For Mark? For Mark? Instead of seeing me as an ally and say, man, maybe I can make some content with this guy. Instead of seeing me as a friend, because honestly, I seen him as a friend when I first interacted with him. I didn't see him as no competition or as an enemy or any of those type of ways. I seen him, okay, man, he seems like a pretty cool dude. He got 100,000 subscribers. He knows this world of YouTube, you know. Hey, let's put these two guys in the round and let's hear what they got to say. Nah, he wanted to control the narrative. You know, it's Charles. Will Charles change his story and all that? I'm like, look, man, he's going to tell his story, whatever he's going to tell. I'm not paying this guy anything to tell other what he experienced or what he knows is the truth. That's it. I didn't tell Charles, say, go tell him that Mark was doing this to you and doing that to you. No, he said all that. Here in 6 minutes, I'm about to drop that link there for Young Blood can get in. I'm just watching something outside real quick. But he tried to portray, that's his fault, That's his fault. He put all his eggs in one basket for a guy that he don't even truly know. Same thing June 5th is doing. I don't know, because a while June 5th was homeless. He even says it, that he was homeless. So maybe Dante tossed him a couple of bucks to get on his feet. And that's why he shows all this loyalty. Hey, I don't blame June 5th if that's the case. Hey, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. I get that. But at the same time, you're like on a crash dummy mission, man. You're like a kamikaze. You're going to crash and burn. For what? For a guy that I guarantee you wouldn't want around your kids? I know you were. I know you wouldn't want him to babysit your kids. You got a son. Mark ain't discriminating. You already know he likes them boys. The younger, the better. So if you already know this, I know nobody's going to leave their kids around them, boy or female. So how can you sit there and defend this type of guy? How can you advocate, support, and push the line or the so-called blade for this guy? Isn't those his famous words? He's going to push the blade. He was basically pushing the blade on me for this guy. As he would say in his words, push the blade. I mean, it's hilarious. It is. I'm dropping the link for Young Blood. Anybody want to hit the chat? Y'all can get in there, hit the link. See, he's just fishing, man. V jumped on the live the other day. I don't get that. You could clearly hear that she's a female. So why like he's just out there fishing.